How well does Jamaicans know their government? I bet you not well enough. Hi, this is Wake Up and Live. I'm Bobby Montego. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. Um, a group of local activists once approached me to run as a counselor for my hometown in Hopewell, Hanover, in Western Jamaica, and I said no. Um Not for any particular reason, except that I don't believe that I would make much of a difference. You see, my view has always been that local governments in Jamaica has little or no power. Jamaica is, unlike most people don't realize, Jamaica is a constitutional monarchy. Now, we may play with the term democracy and market economy and all those different terms, but Jamaica is essentially what's called a constitutional monarchy. Now, what does that mean? For us, that means that the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, controls Jamaica's government. It's the head of Jamaica's government. The extent of her power is that she can, at any time she wishes, with some due process, disband Parliament, throw out all the members of Parliament if she wishes, or even recall the Prime Minister if she wishes, because she's the head of state of Jamaica's government. All right. I've always believed, on the contrary, that we should have a republic. A republic would allow us to give local governments a much more autonomy than it now has. What does autonomy for local government means? It would mean that local governments are able to collect its own tax revenue and spend its own tax revenue on local infrastructure and local expenses. So let's break that down. If every parish were to be in control of collecting taxes, essentially it would work as a collect as an agent for the central government. So the parishes would collect taxes, their own taxes. There's a portion that's paid to the central government, but the parishes are in charge of paying for their police operation in the parish, their fire departments, their schools, their hospitals, their clinics, their roadworks, and stuff like that. That would give the local government, the local parish councils, autonomy, control over its operation. Uh, what's the benefit of that? Well, currently, the status quo in Jamaica's politics, like many other constitutional monarchy, is that the central government is responsible for collecting taxes. So let's say regions that produce a lot of taxes from, say, tourism, like Hanover, Westmoreland, being meaning Negril, and St. James, meaning Montego Bay, tourist areas, or St. Anne, meaning Ocho Rios, and Discover Bay and Runaway Bay, and all the different tourist outlets in that parish. Those taxes that are collected from there, central government spend most of those money in Kingston. So they collect the taxes from Montego Bay and Negril and Ocho Rios and Runaway Bay and Discover Bay and Boscobel and those regions, and then most of that money gets spent on the capital city. That is so because ministers like the control of revenue. You know what they do and how they do with money. So they like that control. But my proposition is that each parish control the gathering and spending of their revenue. Imagine what that would look like for, let's say, a parish like St. James at Montego Bay, right? Where Montego Bay, the taxes collected by St. James, the St. James Parish Council, would now be spent on building roads and good bridges and schools and having a better police force for Montego Bay and all of that, because there would be money to do that. Instead, the money collected from those regions are sent to Kingston to prop up Kingston, to build big and wider roads in Kingston. That for me is backwards and underdeveloping Jamaica. It's taking away the um, the 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 ability of Jamaica to actually develop its region based on merit, based on how much money those regions are actually earning for the country itself. So, my proposition, give parish councils control over their local police operation. The central government will still be in charge of police, but the police operation, the setting up of how much police stations get set up in the parishes and stuff like that, how much squad cars police have, and all the operation goes to the parish. Parish operates its police, parish operates its fire department, parish operates its school, and deal with the funding of its school, because it would gather enough taxes from its local parish operations. If it doesn't have enough money, then some of that money would come from the central government, because a part of taxes collected would actually be going back to the central government. All right. So parishes control police, fire, school, hospital, clinics, roads, and a couple other stuff. And the central government focuses on law, the Constitution, the military, the JDF, and the Coast Guards, and all the other paramilitary forces in the country, like immigrations and customs and stuff like that. They control the laws, the military, the printing of money, printing and distribution of money. All of that is a central government's operation. The court system, all right, the judiciary, all right, the national police force, stuff like that. That's the thing belonging to the central government in a republic. All right, the parish councils now would have operations, have control over its operations, and I guarantee you, we would have a much better financed and a much better developed countries. Right now, it is unfair that Negril should earn so much money in tourism, but wait on the central government to give it a little road, or a little bridge, or a decent police station. Uh, think of that. That's nonsense. Or a good landing strip. Why should you wait on the central government for to finance those things? Um, Negril earns enough foreign exchange for the country, enough, more than enough. But that money gets spent in Kingston. To that, I say no. That should not be so. Give us a republic. Thanks for tuning in to Wake Up and Live. I'm Bobby Montego. Subscribe if you like what you heard. Share. Leave a comment. Thanks.